Your secondary's had a lot of picks. Maybe not so much today, but
Yeah,
in past days.
yeah. They're coming together. It's a really good group of guys that they're gelling. It's still very, very early. And I just like the way they work together and the communication that we're seeing on the field.
Those are the guys looked who filled in for Todd there inside backer.
Yeah, right now it's a competition, and we're looking at a lot of guys. And so far, so good. We see it as an advantage to develop depth. You know, Todd is a guy we know we'll get him back pretty soon, and he really stays after his preparation, so there's no risk there. It's just that we'll get some other guys some looks, and we'll get it right when we pick our team.
What do you look for in that position? Is it run stuffer first with the ability to do some stuff in coverage, or what do you want in Todd's position specifically when you look at these guys?
Yeah. In today's game, you got to be called on to do both. And certainly as a linebacker, you do have to stack the front and make the plays necessary, but you got to be able to move, and you got to be able to cover to play in today's NFL.
How impressed have you been with your pass rush so far?
Yeah, it's still very early. You know, I think you go off the tape of what you've seen, but there are some really good rushers on our team. It's just our focus is putting our team together and gelling in this camp.
Has there been any clarity with the guys battling for the backup outside linebacker job?
Yeah, you know, not really, but there's a mix of older guys and younger rookies. I think it's a great advantage this preseason to look at these guys in this first preseason game and get looks throughout. So I think it'll clear up. Time will tell as we go.
From looking at tape last year, how far is Isaac Adam come from playing as a rookie to
Well, you know, first he's battling that injury in the off season, so we didn't get to work with him as much. But I do know he's a really focused guy. He had a really good day out there today. And I think he's really going to be a strong contributor to our team this year.
Ed, what's the biggest challenge for Justin Hollins as he tries to line up inside and outside linebacker?
I don't think there's a great challenge because he's up to it, and he's got a great teacher in Brandon Staley, and they're working overtime. And, you know, he's got the brains to get the job done. We don't do this very often, but there's a chance for him to help our team at two spots, so we're going to keep pursuing it.
Coach, Vic says he never watches one-on-one while it's going on,
Yeah.
or even watches
Yeah.
tape. So is it up to you to
Yeah.
have to watch it? Do you hate it when you look at it sometimes?
Yeah, a little bit. He's talked me into that, but I just don't tell him about it because he said if we watch that drill, he said I'll never call it. So we get through it, but it's never as good as you think it is. It's never as bad as you think it is. But we had a good day today.
Vic said that he can get more from Vaughn. Vaughn says he can give more. As his defensive coordinator, what is the key to getting him, I guess, to go up a couple levels? Which should be a little
You know, the first thing, everybody has to believe you can improve. You know, and we look at ourselves as coaches first. You know, we're into a lot of years of coaching, but we still don't think we've mastered it, and we have to still be, you know, striving to learn and grow. And that's no different from a quality player on your team, any player on our team. So Vaughn is into it. He's taken the little points. It's the fine little points with Brandon and Vic. They've coached a lot of really good players over the years, so we can bring all that knowledge to help him. But I think he's bought into yes, he can get better, and there's no reason, you know, to not expect that.
What have you liked from Bryce Callahan when he plays on the outside?
You know, in Chicago, we played him there. You just didn't see him much. It was mainly in preseason over the years, and we put together, Vic is the guy behind that. He put together a tape. He said, I think he can play there, you know, for us and work into this new combination. And when we looked at his whole body of work over those 4 years, we saw what we liked. To answer your question, you know, he has the speed and quickness, and he can process really well outside, and he has good ball skills.
What do you like about Chris Harris? He missed that first part with you as you were in the offseason, but what do you like about working with Chris?
Yeah, I just like that he loves football, and he's always into it, and he brings great energy, and he really processes fast, and he can figure out things after the snap, and that's why he's been a good player. He's a good competitor, you know, a good teammate. It's really good to have him here. Him missing time didn't hurt much. He's a quick study, and he's right on top of things.
Going back to the one-on-ones, what do you get out of it? Is it seeing technique in a kind of narrowed down focus? Does talent show up more there?
Yeah, you know, you're out there singing a cappella. There's no rush. You're right out there. There's a quarterback can see his target the whole time. So that's a little bit of stress on you. What I try to do with our guys is I try to get them to play it straight during that period. Don't try something out of the ordinary. Use it as a time to work on your trade. And don't listen if you don't listen to the cheering or something if it doesn't come out your way. So we just want to really dial in on our skill and improve, because that's about as hard as it can be for us.
Seems like DeMarcus Walker's found the quarterback the last couple of days, which is not something we've necessarily seen much
Yeah.
previous years.
Yeah. Well, I can't compare to the other years. I know he's into giving it his best shot here. You know, what we like a lot is the way he's hitting blocks in the run game as well. And I think he's improving in the rush too. So he's off to a good start.
Ed, Purcell is a local guy who's bounced
Yeah.
around to different teams. What can he potentially bring as a depth guy up front?
Yeah, he's just been a tough guy for us. And you see every time we put in the scheme, we like having him around. And he's here to build depth and improve himself every time. And over the years, every time a guy goes to a camp, they have a chance to improve a little bit. And those guys have made teams. So we really respect the way he works and the way he's dialing up and giving everything he has again.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Okay, thanks.